are a go. Are we a go, baby? Let me make sure. Let's make sure. Let's make sure. Are we a go? Are we a go? I think we are. Let me make sure. I think we are live. Yeah, we are. Yeah, it's been 26 minutes. It's 26 minutes. So instead of that, I think I will start with saying, what is good, guys? M.V.K there, back again. How's everybody doing on their end? And we are here. It is the first Q&A open mic of the month of September. And I didn't plan it for today. I really wasn't planning it for today. Today, of course, here in the States, it is a special, very special day. But it was a day that changed the world. But with that, I decided to go on because I said to myself, I think in hindsight, let's bring positive vibes instead of negative vibes, even though today is a very harsh day. So, yes, it's 9/11. So I thought, you know what, let's do it. Let's do it. Got to do it for the pack. I got to do it for the pack. So this was going to be. I think I was going to do it tomorrow, but I said, you know what, let's do it now. Guys, as you probably have known if you've been following, guys, I took a little week break from putting content up on the channel. I wanted to catch up on some hobbies and catch up on my reading and stuff like that. And sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'm going to take breaks, but that just means that you guys come back stronger and watch the vids. Don't be sugarcoating. You watch every vid and that'd be good. I'm just saying it helps out. I'm just saying it helps the channel. Y'all want the channel to grow? Y'all got to help out. Okay? Can't do it by myself. But more importantly, thank you for being here. For those who are coming in, I slowed down the chat. I slowed it down, put it in slow mode for a reason. Because earlier today, I put a post in the community feed, which I do recommend people. You got to look at the community feed. Sometimes I put things in there that it's announcements that let people know what's going on. And I put an announcement saying, okay, I'm going to do the Q&A, doing the open mic today. And if you can't make it, leave your questions down below. And I will get to them. I'll answer your questions, and I'll answer them. So that's what I did. And I started seeing some questions come in, and it looks like some people did. Some people did. Some people did leave some questions. So I will get to those questions first. So please do not bring me no questions right now. Hold your questions till I answer the questions that I got. I appreciate that. So let's go check out the community feed. I definitely want to go check that out. I'm gonna go check out the community feed and see what's going on. So all right. So let's start off with the questions. Those questions, 4 people, no problem. Angel Garcia, Garcia. Let's put that. You roll the shit out that R. Excuse me. If you guys see me, I kind of didn't finish dinner, so if I start eating, I apologize. Not really. It is my stream. I can eat. I just don't. I apologize to you because if I make you hungry, I'm sorry. But I had to eat, and then I was just like, I don't want to keep the stream too long, hold it up too much. So if you see me eating, you see me going over here, that means I'm eating or something like that. Anyway, let's get to these first ones. Angel basically writes, what are your thoughts on the Kirby games? I like. I grow up. I'm older than I look, so I was around when Kirby first blew up. So I've seen him hit his ultimate high and his ultimate lows. I got a little respect for the little puff, the the puff ball. So yeah, I got nothing against Kirby at all. He's not my favorite Nintendo character. Everybody knows who that is, and if you don't, you better ask somebody. And if you don't, he's sitting right over there. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Next up, Lorenzo Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. Smalls is an Uber pack member. He is a follower of the channel, and he is also one of my patrons, and I appreciate that very much. Uh, so you, thank you. Let's move on. So his question is: the leader as the main villain of Captain America: New World Order. Thoughts? That was a shock. That was a shock. I was a little shocked to hear that, but I'm glad they're bringing back the leader. I know there's some people that feel like, oh, but why is he in Captain America? Shouldn't it be a new Hulk movie? I look at it like this: wasn't part of the plan. It's not like we haven't seen villains who are mainstay in one character mix it up with another hero. It's not uncommon, but it's really cool to see. We didn't get to see. We got a tease of him in Incredible Hulk movie, but we didn't get to see him fully with the big brain and everything like that. I want to see that. I want to see how he's going to look. And the original actor is coming back. It will return, so that's great. Joaquin Torres will be the new Falcon, which I think we all figured that out. That was nothing new. Carl Lumley's Isaiah Bradley is returning. That's great. And they are introducing a new character, an old school character from back in the day. If you're like me, who is kind of like always wants to know about, who tries to, basically has his head in the comics all the time. Sabra is Sambra is coming to. She is a hard hitting super agent, Israelite super heroine, and she's also a mutant. Well, I'm not sure if they're gonna make her a mutant in this movie, but it'd be kind of cool. She's got superhuman strength, agility, durability. She is a heavy hitter. This girl can go toe to toe with a lot of people. And more importantly, she first appeared in Incredible Hulk number 256. And if I don't bring once again, guys, hold the questions, as I said, for all those new people coming in. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the leader in that. What's your thoughts on the latest Black Adam trailer? I saw the trailer. I liked what I saw. It saw the main villain too in there too. Hawkman was facing. But I have to, I have to, I gotta throw a little. Really, you cannot tell me that the headquarters of the JSA does not look like the X Mansion, and their jet does not look like the Blackbird or the X Jet. I saw that. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Like, I was like, first of all, JSA don't have. It was just weird. It was a little weird. That threw me off a little bit. But I think once again, Pierce Brosnan's Dr. Fate is gonna wow people, especially a lot of people who don't know about Dr. Fate. I think is gonna be great. I like Aldous Hodge as Hawkman. He looked great, and we got Atom Smasher and Cyclone in there. I wish there were more members that made up the JSA instead of just those four. But I like what I saw. Not bad. And your next question is: as a big time Quantum Leap fan, did you check out the newest trailer to the upcoming new show, and what do you think of this reboot? Well, first and foremost, it's not a reboot. It's not a reboot. It's a direct sequel to the original series, Scott Bakula and Dean Stockwell from which ran from 1989 to 1993. If I yeah, 5 seasons. Great show. Love the show. Still watch it to this day. If you have Peacock and things like that, or if I have them in box sets. But if you have Peacock, you can go on there and they're streaming up there now. You can watch it. Great show. Still love that show. I watch that show all the time. Even at night, I watch it because it comes on a network called Comet, and you can watch it there. But I love that show. As for the new series, I will be checking it out. It comes out this month, September 19th. The show will be, it continues the trend of, but this time around a new doctor. I think Dr. Song is the new doctor. We got Ernie Hudson in the show playing a character that Sam leapt into back in the original show. And I watched an interview with Mr. Hudson and the cast, and he kind of talked about it. Like, you got to remember is that all those people that Sam leapt into, when he leapt into their body, they would go into the future and they would be sitting in that waiting room while Sam does whatever he needs to do to maybe alter their past or so. Magic, the character Ernie Hudson plays, remembers everything, and he's now interested in, because he remembers his being. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. All I hope is that it continues the trend of being kind of a period piece show, because the one thing I loved about Quantum Leap, it felt it was a period piece. It was almost a sci-fi period piece show where Sam was leaping from the 1970s. He didn't leap into the 90s, but he also leapt into, his great grandfather that was serving in the Civil War at one point. So, but you saw the different clothings and how people talked and everything. It was a great show. So I hope they keep that up. But it seems like also they're keeping the trend of every time you jump into the Quantum Leap accelerator, he lost his memory. They get partial amnesia and they can't remember anything. So I'm looking forward to the show. But it's not a reboot. It's not a reboot. It's not. It is actually a direct sequel that takes place 30 years after the original series. But most of us Quantum Leap fans hoping and praying Scott Bakula does show up in the show sometime. He doesn't have to do it now. I not now, but it would be great to see him. So thank you for those questions, Lorenzo. Next up, Black Jester. Thoughts on the whole CM Punk fight? Oh Jesus. I kind of have my fill of this, but all honestly, CM Punk shot himself in his ass. He opened his fat ass mouth, and now his ass is in trouble. He basically fucked up his own career. Okay, maybe he should have kept his mouth shut. And if he's the one that threw the first punch, then there should be consequences for his actions. He already got the title stripped away from him when he won it that night. Got it stripped away from him because of his big ass mouth. Nobody brought up anything, and he just starts going. He literally buried members of the staff, the EVPs, which is Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. But yeah, he did all that, and you know what? Hey, consequences do have actions, and Tony Khan need to step his butt up and start taking control of his company and stop trying to be friends with everybody. You're the boss. You could be cool, calm with people, but you got to also make sure people realize you're the boss. I'm done with that. It's stupid though. How do you like the Thunderbolts lineup? I'm a little jaded and little pissed off about that lineup. I understand, they want to sell that and sell it off as well. This is the original. This is I wish it was more. It was a mixture of familiar people and newer people, but pretty much the whole lineup is people we've seen before. I get it. I called Bucky was going to be on the team. I said that. I was like, yeah, Bucky's going to be on the team. Uh, so yeah, once again, guys, please do not put questions right now. I'm not answering nobody's questions that keep coming up. Hold your questions. I'm finishing off the questions that were left for me on my post for those who can't make the stream. But once again, like I said, I don't mind it. You got Yelena, you got Bucky, uh, you got the Ghost, you got U.S. Agent, you got Taskmaster, and you got Red Guardian on the team. Okay. Makes me wonder, and already people were saying that they're going to ship Yelena and Bucky together. We'll see. But, I'm glad to see that Bucky's still around. They're still using Sebastian Stan. I'm glad. But I'm still a little, I wish it was a mixture. Like, no Songbird, no Atlas, no Fixer. Like, I'm like, oh, come on. Like, that mess, that really kind of, I'm like, ugh. But it's okay. It is what it is. All right. Let's see. What's your next question? And next question. What's the stereotype about New York that you hate the most? Uh, Probably that we don't care. Shit. Um, we would stand by and watch somebody get just stabbed and do nothing, like just ignore it. Like, nah, that's I don't agree with that. So yeah, that's probably the biggest one, pretty much. Have you watched Cobra Kai yet? No, I have not. So do not come in here with Cobra Kai questions or spoil anything. I want to watch it. So no, I have not. And the last person that asks questions comes from Chris Funk. What's good, Chris? Hey, Chris, how you been? I've been good. Thank you very much. Thank you for asking. So, number one, out, out of all the new live action Disney movies, which one are you excited for? Uh, I'm intrigued by the Mufasa prequel. I am intrigued by that. That's intriguing me. And other than that, I would probably have to say the Little Mermaid. That actually, saw that trailer for Little Mermaid. I was like, that's Chloe singing that. That's her singing, and I was like, wow, okay. But yeah, so even after watching that, I know there's a Snow White movie coming, live action movie coming out, and Gal Gadot isn't that? I don't know who she's playing. Is she playing the witch? Is she playing the witch? I wonder if but I'm there's still some of my favorite Disney animated movies, classic anime movies that I still feel deserve live action movies than what we see now. And maybe I'll do a list and I'll give you 6 of them. Maybe I will. Maybe if you want it, I'll do it. Just tell me. Um. So yeah, after that. So I would say the Mufasa intrigues me and the Little Mermaid. I'm still looking. I would say also I know that we're still working on the Hercules one, but it is what it is. Are you glad there was no word on X-Men at D3. Yes, actually I was. Actually I was. I absolutely was. I feel that there should be no talk of lineup of X-Men because it ain't happening yet. And I don't want it to happen yet. The X-Men does not need to be rushed. You take your sweet time with that, Feige. Do not make the same mistakes Fox made with this franchise. So take your time. I didn't expect anything to be shown at D23 this year of the X-Men. And I said it, I told a buddy not too long ago, I said, we're not probably going to hear X-Men until after Secret Wars. Testify on that. Believe it. And just the only two, Chris, I could think of. Thanks. I'm sorry I couldn't make the stream, but I'll try to make next time. That's fine, bro. You ain't got to apologize for nothing. You can't make it. You can't make it. So thank you to all those people who left the questions on the community, that little on the community feed post that I left for those who couldn't make it. Now you guys can ask questions. Now you guys can throw the questions at me. Okay. All right. Let's see whose questions. Let's see. Nothing. What kind of character outside of Marvel should Keanu Reeves play? Well, he's played Batman. Well, he's voiced him. Uh, outside of Marvel. Uh, he probably could play Jason Blood, Etrigan, the demon. He would play Jason Blood, but he won't be Etrigan. But yeah, I can see that. Okay. What are your thoughts on? I just talked about that. What the hell? Oh, so can't see. Travis, what are your thoughts about the movie? I think I've answered that question before about Titan AE. Yeah, I had answered this before, and it was okay. I didn't mind it too much. Yeah, that's always been my answer. Were you a fan of the '80s? Travis, really? You're gonna ask me, a hardcore G1 Transformer fan, if I liked the movie from 1985? Are you crazy? 1987, excuse me. Yeah. Did you think that was one of the first movies I cried on? And still to this day, fuck Hot Rod. Fuck Hot Rod. Do you think Captain America's shield would block the Darkseid's Omega beam? Yeah, if he can block other people's beams as powerful, yeah. I've seen him block too many things, so yeah. How you try what? How you try Wendy breakfast? You mean have I tried it? Yes, I have tried the Wendy's breakfast meal once. I've had the chicken sandwich and it was really good. I'm not even gonna lie about that. What should the Teen Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover next? I've answered this question. I don't know how many times, Quentin. I've answered this question too many times. You guys got to start coming up with new questions. I'm getting the same old with you guys. Let's go. But I've said it before. How many times have I said it? There's too many characters that I could see them crossing over with. I'm just saying. Let's see. No, I did not watch Amphibia. The finale, no, I have not. I got too much stuff to watch. Whatever I watch it, it'll probably be reviewed, and then that's what you go. Then you go watch it. If it ain't reviewed on the channel, most of the time, that means you can either do two things, several things. If you want to know and you don't want to wait, just ask me. You can email me a question. I don't care. Fine, that's cool. My email's in my chat in the channel. Go there and you can see it right there. And just or follow me on my social medias. Just ask me, DM me questions there. What's up? Who says that? Sean Franklin was good. Favorite Dreamcast games, top 5. That's from JPX Art. Top 5. Ooh. Shenmue definitely is up there. Power Stone, definitely. Sonic Adventure. We'll always throw that up there. Uh, Crazy Taxi. Can't go wrong with Crazy Taxi. Well, I throw Marvel versus Capcom 2 up there. That's it. Well, I mean, was that? I think that was that 4 or 5. I think that was 5. Could be wrong. But yeah, and just in case, I'll throw another one. I said Shenmue. So yeah, I think that's all. Let's see. Sean Phillips, Franklin, excuse me. You think James Marsden should come back to Cyclops? No, I do not. I do not think. I do not think any actor who was in the Fox X-Men universe should come back. Outside of Patrick Stewart, which I did not mind, nobody else should come back. All new actors as these characters. The only other one I can think of that might no, I'm gonna stay what I said. Everybody else, no. The only actress that I will be fine with returning as the character is the actress who played X-23, and now she's older. I want to see her as older Laura, not younger Laura. So yeah, and no, keep them in their own universe. Yeah, it's a multiverse, but keep them in their own universe. Uh, Let me see. What was the next question? Hold on. Excuse me. Um, what was that? What was the next? Make sure. Do. Uh, Does that do it? Uh, where was I? Travis asks me, what was Don Blythe's best movie? That's tough because he's had a lot of movies. This is Jesus. That's tough. I'd be remiss if I didn't put Land Before Time up there. Because that movie is special to me. I'd be remiss if I didn't put Secret of Nim up there. I'd be remiss if I didn't put the American Tale up there. All Dogs Go to Heaven. There's too much. There's too many, man. It's just way too many. Way too many. He had just too many. Andre, what are some of your favorite animal superheroes? Uh, I do like Crypto. I mean, he's been around for a long. I like Red Wing, Falcons. Uh, uh, I do like Lockjaw. I'm a big fan of Lockjaw. So yeah, those are a couple. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Quentin asks, is Dark Horse Comics is making Star Wars comics again? No, they're not. Star Wars is under Marvel. No, the license of Star Wars is under Marvel, and it will stay under Marvel. So no, they're not. There's no. They're not. Sorry. Um, what's the saddest Metal Gear Solid moment? Um, well, one of them for me is Snake actually meeting his father. I mean, he got to meet Big Boss. I mean, he thought he was dead. I mean, what? I thought he was dead. I was like, yeah, he's alive. That was interesting. Been asked this question. It wasn't screwed over. That's just an opinion. Disney didn't screw the Our House over, and I really have nothing to say about it, really, because it wasn't screwed over. Um, it's just show business. So that's it is. Like, just because something happens doesn't mean that it was screwed over. I've asked that, you guys, actually, Marion asked me that question before too. I keep track of what questions get asked. Like, pretty funny though. But yeah. Andre, what are your top 5 fictional country nations in comics? That's a good question. That's a good one. I definitely got to put Wakanda up there. Wakanda is definitely up there. Uh, that mascara is up there. Um, um, fictional country. Okay. I would say Madripoor because a lot of stuff has gone down on Madripoor in the comics, so that was really cool. I would say Latveria, but you know, Latveria is not real. It's not a real country. And uh, I guess Moldova is up there. I'll throw Moldova up there. Cyborg. Which DC heroes would be good friends with Silver Surfer? Anyone that can keep a conversation with him. I mean, doesn't any one of them? You take your pick. Any one of them. Caroline, what DC characters do you see being friends with Kamala Khan? Wonder Girl, uh, Batgirl, a couple of. I would go more with Stephanie. Um, um, oh, Stargirl, definitely. Stargirl. A lot of the girls that are around her age, are a little older than her, work fine. Brandon, the groovy nerd. Was I love that. That's a cool name. Brandon, the groovy nerd. Groovy. I like that. New AC game set in Japan. Thoughts? Yes, indeed. Finally, a new Assassin's Creed game that is taking place in Japan. I saw that trailer and I was like, finally. Let's go. Yes. I was so happy for that. I was like, yeah. It can't be, and Assassin's Creed is celebrating 15th anniversary. That it was this trailer they put out that had all the assassins from all the previous games. It was a nice trailer. So yeah, that was cool. Which anime villain do you hate? I think I don't hate any. I really don't hate anime villains as much. The only one I can say I really kind of hate, I would say, is Yujiro Hanma. No, I respect his strength, but I hate it. I hate how he treats his family. I hate what he did to his family. I hate all that stuff about him. Marion, what are your thoughts on? Hey, uh, don't tell me anything about Owl House. I have not watched. Don't be spoiling anything for me. Chill. And I think you just did. Thoughts on this? Ida being our ex-wife of Stan from. Yeah, see, did you just spoil something for me? I'd chill with that. Do you think Thanos would try to invade New Genesis if his lover Death wants it? Yeah. Remember, Thanos does everything for his love. His love is death. So yeah, if Death wanted it, he'd do it. Do you think Ant-Man should have his own game? Um, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. It would be interesting to. It would be interesting. Has Marvel? This is from Quentin Blake. Has Marvel ever taken a character from Image Comics? Um, haven't taken it, but yeah, Angela from Spawn. She was purchased, and Neil Gaiman got the rights and gave it to Marvel, and now she is in Marvel Comics. as Angela, but they of course they're not gonna keep her. Well, they say she's kind of an angel, but they say she's from the 10th realm of heaven, and she is originally Odin's daughter, making her Thor's sister. So yes, they have done that, and they so Angela hasn't shown up in the MCU yet, but we could see her. We could see Angela in the MCU, and it wouldn't be anything Image could do about it. Uh, oh, so I didn't spoil anything. It's an Our House theory. I don't care about theories. I really don't. Um, let's see. So yeah, waiting for more questions. In the meantime, I'm going to eat some more. Like I said, dang it, drop my remote. That's all right. Mm, 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 mm. Popped up. Pop up. There we go. All right. Next questions. Ant-Man, I answered that one. Why Marvel always taken from different companies? It wasn't. They didn't take anything. Neil Gaiman owned that character. He could do anything he want with that character. Hell, if Todd McFarlane wanted to, he could take Spawn and sell Spawn to DC or Marvel and say, okay, here you go. Now you got Spawn. And Spawn could be a DC or Marvel character now. When you are with an independent comic company, you own that character. You understand? So they didn't steal anything. They didn't take it. Neil Gaiman sold it to him. Sold her to Marvel. He could do anything he wanted to. He could have taken her and just put her somewhere else or had her in his own universe. Hell, he could have put Angela in Sandman if he wanted to. That's his character. But now, yeah, Marvel owns it. Darkseid versus Thanos. Thanos, who would win? You go read Marvel versus Capcom. They had that, and they were at a stalemate. So yeah, go read it. You'll see it from there. They were at a stalemate. Um, Cyborg, do you think Darkseid could take Black Bolt's? Oh, his cry. Um, if Thanos could take it, Darkseid probably could. So yeah, I'll just say it like that. Excuse me. Brandon, the groovy nerd. I'm loving that name, man. New Captain America game set in World War II. Yeah. That was another game that was announced this week or so. A Captain America game set in World War II. Um, Facing Hydra, of course. But you could play with four different characters: Captain America, uh, Gabe Jones, I believe Adora Milaje, I forget, and Black Panther. But it's not T'Challa. It's his great grandfather. I think it's T'Chaka's father. I thought it was going to be T'Chaka, but it's not. So that's cool. That was another good game that caught my attention. Let's see what else we got. Out of seriously, why don't you call the Mario Brothers? Why don't I call the Mario Brothers what? I don't get the question. Next question, I guess. Which DC villains do you see trying to invade the Inhumans planet? It's not really a planet. It's more like a mountain. So yeah, it's not really a planet. The Inhumans have lived on the dark side of the other side of the moon. The Atalan can move. They can move wherever they want. It's not like that. Yeah, I mean, I could see a couple of characters, a couple of villains trying. There you go. Keyword trying. Ain't gonna work, especially if they can't get to them. So yeah, a good example. They could take Atlan and fly and have it go back to the moon, to the dark side of the moon. Nobody will get there unless you can transcend space. So yeah. Ant-Man that will scare the Joker. Take your pick. Which DC villains do you find the most callous? That's what you're writing? Most callous? Yeah, let me make sure. I want to make sure so I don't. Callous. Okay. A thickened and hardened partner. Wait, no. Yeah, callous. Definition. Yeah, okay. Thickened. A mass of tissue. It is soft tissue. Callous. That's no, not that. Well, yeah, I guess hard and interior. That's pretty much it. Callous. Yeah. Who do I look at as kind of like a? Who do I feel that way? There's a lot of them. Once again, Dark Side is callous, hard and cold and thick and rough edges. There's too many. It's like take your pick. Why do you think? Why do you not like the Mario Brothers? I never said I didn't like the Mario Brothers. Did you ever hear me say that? Did you? No. How long have you been with me? I never said I didn't like the Mario Brothers. I said I don't like Mario as much. And there's a reason for that. I understand and I give him his props, but I don't like the overexposure of him compared to every other Nintendo character. And there's a lot of it's funny how Mario has to come out with like 3 to 4 games. 3 to 4 games. Another character like Link comes out with 1 game a year, and people still talk about that years. Metroid comes out with 1 game a year, people still talk about it. Like I understand, yes, but you got to spread the wealth, and I don't like that there are characters that are within Nintendo that don't get that kind of popularity or that kind of exposure like Mario. Even Luigi gets more exposure than other Nintendo characters. And I don't hate Luigi because his brother takes up a lot. That's why you see all these parody videos about them. That's why you see all these parody videos about them. Like, like you get all the spotlight and fuck you, Mario, you punk, like stuff is cracking me up. If Disney owned DC Universe, that'd be funny, but that won't happen. Sorry for using big words. Hey, nothing wrong with using big words. I'm trying to remember what it means. That's why you always try to remember what it means. JJ Bulldog, what is good? I like that. Hey, what's up, my dude? What's good? I'm good. I'm here. I'm kind of eating stuff in my face. My dinner I didn't finish, but I'm here answering questions. Chilling. So yeah. So yeah, I'll just and once again, guys, I have the chat on slow mode. The reason why I have it on slow mode is I was answering other people's questions, but also slow mode helps I don't miss anything. So yeah, there'll be times I'll be missing questions or they don't be all there. Uh let's see. Black Lightning. I like what's good. I have a question for you. Have you heard that Danny Phantom is coming back next year in his own comic book graphic novel? Yeah, I did. I saw that. I was like, that is cool. I was like, yeah. I wish Butch, Butch Hartman got another shot with Danny. I'm not talking about a reboot. I'm just continuing the story. Whether even if it is just hour-long episodes, I don't mind. But beggars can't be choosers. I'm glad to see they're gonna do something, with with Danny. It's kind of like the Avatar. They're still putting out graphic novels of the Avatar universe. So that's cool. Next question. What actor do you hate the more? I don't hate actors. I don't hate in general. I don't hate them. Hate them. You may hear me say that I hate them, but I don't know. I hate times actors do something stupid and they're not reprimanded for it. And sometimes I feel like for example, I hate right now Ezra Miller what he's going through. I hate the fact that he's not being reprimanded for his actions. Because if that was you, me, or somebody else, we'd be in jail or something like that. He's getting a second chance and all that. Like I don't mind second chances, true. But my question is, does he really regret what he's done, or is he just saying all these sweet and nice words just so his movie don't get pulled? Dude belongs behind bars right now. Why do you think people like the Punisher, even though he does worse things to the ones that had it coming? Why do I think people like him? Because it's not even a case of people liking him. It's more the case they see themselves through him. Because it's a struggle, it's a battle within ourselves when we look at the Punisher. It's you were there witnessing the death of your wife and 2 children. What would you do if you knew the people responsible? If right now, if somebody, God forbid, hurted one of your loved ones and you knew who it was, would you tell the cops or would you go right to that person's place with a with said whatever. Let's say you brought a bat. You go up in there, and the person is just like, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, Mara, how you doing? It's good to see you." Your struggle is, okay, do I bash this dude's brains in for hurting my loved one, or do I call the cops? It's the struggle. He's relatable. You can get behind that. What also sets him apart from someone, let's say someone like Batman, because Batman knows who killed his parents. And he did track down Joe Chill. He knew where Joe Chill was, but he never did anything about it. He never hurt him. He never. The question also is for Batman is, if he kills, you know he'll do it again. But you got to also remember, Frank was a Marine. He was a Marine. He was in the Vietnam War. He's already has that edge of, it was kill or be killed, that Rambo mentality. Shit has happened to John Rambo too. We cheer him, right? So it's a different segue. Now, the superhero community don't like what Sam does. Well, not all of them, but some of them don't mind. Like Wolverine don't care too much, but some of them don't. They're always like, "Yo, he's, you killed that guy," But in Frank's mentality, it's the rapists, molesters, all that stuff. Like, these people ain't gonna change. They're gonna do it again. And in some cases, he is absolutely right. If I knew right now in my neighborhood, let's say right now, I knew that there was a registered sex offender in this neighborhood, I would be on him every day, looking, just watching him, because in my neighborhood, there's a school not too far, and so there's a lot of kids that go up and down this block, and I can hear them outside many times, and I would be out there every day just making sure he doesn't pull one of these kids. Things like that. I don't play with. I do not look fondly at rape. I don't look fondly at even raping, not just grown women or men or whatever, but children. Like I said, for example, uh, Jared from Subway, that dude, fuck that dude. Fuck that dude. That dude, fuck him. He's exactly where he needs to be, in jail. Fuck him. He fuck him. I don't play that. Like, rape is something I do not play with. Like, I will legitimately, if I'll I will legitimately do bodily harm to you if I'll curb stomp you real quick with that one. Like, not kids, not rape, anything like that. Not even joking with that one. That's dead serious. Let's see. Caroline, any non-comic characters you see joining the Outsiders? Yeah, and I'm not gonna do it because the Outsiders is on a future episode, so just stay tuned for it. I'm not gonna answer that. I still got to do my last episode of the season soon. The last episode of the latest season. It'll be up this week. What if Young Justice continues with the comics at the end of season 4? I guess I don't really care too much for that stuff as much. I don't read those comics that kind of. I don't know. I never really was into those comics that were follow the only comic that right now I can say I actually do read that follows kind of along with the TV series or the animated series is the Batman cartoon, the animated series. I have both volumes because they actually Tim and them have introduced, like, basically saying, like, okay, what if this character was introduced in the animated universe Like, so I do read that. Which Marvel heroes have no kill rules? A lot of them do. A lot of them have no kill rules, but there have been some that have killed. Do they like it? No, they regret some of it. They regret it. He's still taking a life, and it depends on the character. Um, and Frank also tried to let the law handle things when the ones who killed his family got away with it, and they just broke him. Uh, that depends on who wrote it, because not all the time that like he didn't that if you're basing it more off the movie, then no. The comics, Frank went he once that happened and he was reborn pretty much straight into it. Was never a halt of he that's what he is. He didn't let anybody, Frank won't kill cops. He won't kill cops unless they dirty. He'll kill a dirty cop real quick. He'll kill that cop real quick. But now that he's with the hand, he's this is making it interesting because he's with the hand. The hand, and the biggest question that a lot of people were asking was like, how does he work for the hand? What is holding him? Now, I won't spoil it for anybody who's not reading Jason Aaron's Punisher, because you should. It's really good. I don't want to spoil it, but yes, the hand has done something that has kept him pretty much okay. I'll do what y'all want me to. But yeah, it's great. But Frank has never done that. Let people know he I mean, he don't like people. What he one thing I will say that I do love about Frank is that he does not like people that admire what he does. Even cops. I remember there was one comic where the cop was saying, like, trying to get a selfie with him, and he's like, yo man, I really respect what you do, and Frank looked down and, what are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, look, I'm a big fan. He had like the skull when he's and Frank took that and ripped it up and was like, basically saying, I don't want you to like me like that. No, I don't want that. He set this young cop straight. It was good. It was great, because he makes it clear, like, look, you're not supposed to really. If you see me, you ain't supposed to be trying to take a bit. What are you supposed to be? You're supposed to be trying to capture me. I like that. Um, do you do you not wait? Do not like the 2010? Um, I didn't mind it. It was all right. But you know, Freddie Freddie is a different animal, and for me, it's hard for somebody who's grown up with the original Freddie. You know, sorry, it's hard for somebody like me who grew up with Robert Englund as Freddie. I never was scared of Freddie. Freddie never scared me. When I was a kid, Freddie never scared me. The whole, this is a guy who comes in your dreams and everything like that. My issue with that was, even then, even in your dreams, you are powerful. Your subconscious is one of the most powerful weapons you control. So I've always said this: if Freddie came into my dreams, I guarantee you he's not leaving there alive. I'm the wrong guy to jump into my dreams with. I know the one thing I've always said, and I've always said this, and I think, and I even believe I got it from my late mother. Like, I call it a gift and a curse, but I remember every dream I had, every nightmare I had. I remember them, and you asked me, Chris, what was your dream 3 months ago? On 3 months ago, this certain day, I can tell you right now what it was. I remember my dreams. I remember every dream, and somebody, even a special someone, she knows who she is. She even said, you should write that stuff down. That'd be really cool to write it down. And I don't know. I haven't done that, but yeah, I remember. And my mom was like that too. My mom could remember every dream she had. So I inherited her gift, as I like to say. Thank you, mom. But yeah, I mean, it also scary too that because I can remember that stuff. But with Freddie, going back to Freddie, I didn't mind it. I'm forgetting the actor who played Freddie in that one. I can't remember his name. You guys can tell me in the comment section. I can't remember it. But Robert Englund has put over Kevin Bacon to take up the mantle, the claw now, and Kevin Bacon. You know, would I mind Kevin Bacon coming to play Freddy? Uh, I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't think I'd mind. I really don't think I'd mind. But like I said, guys, Freddy never scared me. I was never scared of Freddy. There is only one legendary slasher that legitimately scared me, and that was Michael Myers. I wasn't scared of Jason. I wasn't scared of Chucky. Good God, I was not scared of Chucky. Chucky can get a curb. I can get these hands, or I'll kick his ass. I never was scared of Chucky. The whole concept of the scary doll. Chucky was fun to me. The first movie never scared me. I liked it, but it never scared me. Never. You know, certain movies, you would think, oh, that's must have scared you, Chris, as a kid. It didn't. You know what movie scared me? Okay, let me tell you what movie scared me. The Fly. As a kid, yes, The Fly. Jeff Goldblum, Gina Davis. That scared me. Seeing his face fall off and him turning into basically a fly. It's like in that dream sequence, but I got over that one. That demon, I conquered that demon. I sat down and watched. One night, it came on late. One night on TBS, I think. I was like, you know what? I got to stop being scared of this thing. At this point, I was like 28 or so. I was like, I can't be scared of this thing anymore. So I sat down and it was on and I watched it, and that larva scene came up when Gina was having dreams that she was giving birth to a larva. And I was like, I'm still like, oh, that's nasty, but I was fine with it. When Jeff's face fell off, I was like, but I was fine. I didn't go, run away and everything like that. I was fine with it. But here's the one that will make people laugh, and still to this day, there was another movie, that horror movie, if you want to call it, that scared me. And it still does scare me. And it's a certain creature that creeps me out, scares me to death. I am a 40-year-old man that is not afraid to admit that, yeah, this thing creeps me out. It still scares me. And every time that's a scene of it comes up, I close my eyes because I don't want to see it. And I'll try to, and I can't, and I'll just flip out. I can't even see it. Even if it's drawn, it just fucks with me. I can't. And that is the face huggers from Aliens. I cannot do that. For the love of God, the first time I saw Alien and those things came out, excuse me, I buried my head in my mother's chest, just like just scared to death. And she's like, babe, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm like, I'm like, what the fuck is that? No, well, I didn't curse her. I would never cursed at my mom, but no, I'm just like, what the hell is that? Like, that's creepy. I remember the first time when it boom, it jumped up on, and you just seeing the face of it and making it, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And every time, so anytime I see them eggs, I know exactly what's going. So I leave the room. I don't watch alien movies because of that shit. Okay, I'm not joking. I'm legit serious. Even in the comics, I don't. I no. I've jokingly asked my buddy once. I said, "Yo, is the facehuggers in the Alien comics that are coming out from Marvel?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Nope, I'm not." And then I looked in there to look, and I was like, and then I saw. I was like, threw that shit right down. I'm creeped out. My brother laughs at it, thinks it's funny, and thinks that he even said, "Yeah, we should have made one day. I'm gonna make you a birthday cake or a face." I said, "I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna throw it at you." Like, I'm not joking. Like, and then when he told me, like, there was a talk of there was gonna be a giant face hugger, I'm like, Ridley Scott, what the fuck were you thinking about that? I can't stand that look. It's the sense that this thing is coming at you, and it can jump, and then if it gets on you, you think you can maybe get it off, but if once it wraps that tail around, and then all of a sudden you just see a, and I'm like, all I can think is just feel like and what is it doing? It is planting seeds in you, like for chest bursters. Xenomorphs, no problem. I could do those, no problem. Don't scare me, nothing. I can look a xenomorph in the face or whatever the hell it has and be like, piss off. But a face hugger, bye. I'm not even joking. I swear on my mother's grave, it's scares still this day. Even with Michael Myers. What's the reason why he scares me is because Michael Myers could be real. There could be a guy out there right now who pulls shit like that, kills for no remorse. Over all the course of serial killers and everything, Michael Myers is one of them. There's no remorse. Why? The question has always been, why was Michael Myers? Why did he do what he did? Why? There was no remorse, no empathy. No, he killed. He just killed. That's the scariest part about it. The scariest part is that there's no motive for his killing. None. You can go back to that first movie from from the late 70s. We saw him kill his sister. What reason for the death? Even when he started stalking Laurie, there was no remorse for it. No reasoning. It's not that I don't like but it's, yeah, the Halloween for it's just, and that music, oh my God. Yeah, thank you, Carpenter, for that. I'm not even joking. That creeps me out too. That music. That nah, man, I can't be in the room by myself and hear that. Because then I'm peeking over my shoulder like, yo, what the fuck? I remember one here's a funny story. I remember one time, not in the place that I'm at now, in my older place, a couple of years ago, um, in the backyard, um, there's a lot of stray cats that come through that backyard, or stray cats and raccoons. And sometimes raccoons start going at it, and you can hear them, the raccoons and the cats fighting back there. And one time that music came on, I had all the lights out, just the TV on, and I'm just watching Halloween. I think it was two. That I was watching, and I'm just standing there. I had the covers over me, and I'm just, kind of covered up. I'm like, ugh. I'm like, okay, come on, music. I know it's about to end, and all of a sudden, I start hearing, and I flipped. I'm like, what the? And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Well, stop. Like, stop. Like, I jumped up out of my bed because it was, I could, and then I was like, shh, and I just heard it again. And the music just did, and I'm like, and I had to, like, okay, that's it. One of them had to get off because it was creeping me out so badly. So yeah, there's a bunch of times the Halloween theme has just ruined my night or my not my day so much, but my night. Like and there was one time, yeah, I did. There was your question you may be asking yourselves have been, hey Chris, have you ever dreamt about Michael? I have dreamt about him twice in my lifetime. I've dreamt about him. I was 20. The first time was I was in my 20s, I was early 20. So I was 20 first time. And the second time was the first time it was after I saw H2O. And for some reason I dreamt about Michael and him chasing me. And no matter how fast I moved, it was like he was right behind me. Like as fast as I was moving, he was just like right on my ass. And for some reason, he just caught me, and I'm pinned up against the wall. And right before he's about to just do that, I wake up. I woke up. Creeped me out though. The next time I had it was, I was in my 20s, and that one I felt like I was prepared. I was ready for him, and everything I had prepared for him failed. And I felt so weak, like, and it just I had to wake myself up. So yeah. Oh boy, my subconscious is crazy at times. Let's see, where are we at now? uh I'm not sure if they've ever met or not, but what would Batman think of? Yeah, Batman and Punisher have met. There's a comic, Batman, and go read it. They did, man. They fought each other. Go read it. It's a good book. Um, Jay, Jay, if you want any pop culture characters to cross over with DC or Marvel universe, uh, how would you feel about Invader Zim and or Rick and Morty? I don't mind neither one. I don't mind Invader Zim, and I don't mind uh, Rick and Morty. I don't. Kenshiro in DC Universe. That would be interesting. That would be interesting indeed. Frank also stopped Captain America from killing somebody one time too. I believe he did. Yeah. Captain Omni with the $2 drop. Thank you. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. To quote Batman, my mind isn't a nice place to be, pretty much. Quentin, could the Punisher survive the Purge movies? Oh, fuck yeah. That would be heaven on hell. That would be heaven for him. I actually have thought about actually doing that for a future episode of audio crossover. Right now, I'm finishing up the first episode, which will be on the channel October 31st. So yeah. Oh my God, the Purge. Yes, he would love that. Me and Malcolm have talked about that many times. Like, man, Frank would love this. He'd be killing these people. Yeah, he'd be coming so prepared. Chris, in a world full of hate, how do you, and I'm talking about yourself, remain a good person? Easy. The people I hang around with, the people who raised me, that helps the person. I'd never want to look like I'm never want to look like I'm useless in my brother's eyes, definitely my younger brother. But another thing is basically, like I said, my mother. I feel like if I became a different person, like hate or just stupid nonsense, I'd be dishonoring her, and that's the last thing I want to do is dishonor my mother. Which coming up, yeah, man, October 5th, the 26th, I think it's the 26th anniversary of her death. So it's coming up. Yeah. So yeah, those are some things. Cassandra Cain versus Bullseye would win. Uh, Overall, I'd give it to Cassandra. I think she would be thrown off by Bullseye's. The best thing that she can do is getting quick. Don't fight from a distance. Don't give Bullseye any kind of distance. Once you give that man distance, anything that I mean anything that man throws is a weapon. Even the most common thing, he could take this little bottle cap and throw it with such accuracy, like like what the hell? I mean, we see him throw throwing cards, playing cards. He threw it, cut people's throats. You know, so yeah, Cassandra would have to fight him, staying close. Uh, I couldn't really get into Rick and Morty. I like Rick because basically all it is to me Rick and Morty is Back to the Future. Just that's all it is. Is if it's almost like saying if Marty and Doc were family. That's the best way I could describe it. Who should be the main villain of the new Wolverine game? I think it's Mr. Sinister. Um, I don't think I did a no. I did I do it. I did a video on that. Just I was just talking about costumes that should be in it, but I don't want it to be Sinister. I don't. I love Sinister. Don't get me wrong. I love Sinister, but I don't want Mr. Sinister. Wolverine has never really dealt with Sinister on his own. My guess is it might be Romulus. There's going to be a lot of characters, villains in there. I feel like Romulus is going to be in there. I feel Sabretooth. I feel Silver Samurai, Ogon, Lady Deathstrike, hell, probably even the Wendigo, which will be cool. So, yeah. Happy 25th birthday. 21st, my 21st birthday is coming up next month. Oh, congrats. 25. Nice. Still in Club 20. It's going to be interesting. Halfway point. Getting ready to knock on the door of Club 30. It's a good club. And that was good there, mate. I like that. I can understand the pain about your mom. Lost my grandmom this year. Sorry to hear that. I know that feeling too. I have no grandparents left. All my grandparents passed. After my mom, my grandfather was next. 97. Then both, yeah, it's my grandfather, my father's father, and then my mother's father, and then my mother's mother, and then the last one to go was my mother's father's mother. So yeah, I have no grandparents left. Anyway, positivity, not negative stuff. Let's keep it rolling. All right, let's see. How long do you, how long do I think Gal Gadot will play Wonder Woman? I think she'll probably do one more movie, and then that'll be it. Uh, I don't think they're unless she comes back, that'd be fine. But I think she's got one more left in her. Well, you guys to start that you. I mean, it's not even a case of worrying about it. The fact is, we're aging. We're gonna get older. Um, it's just life's just part of life. You can't hide that. Though I am 40, I don't feel quote unquote 40. Like in terms of like nothing aches. But I do notice sometimes like if I do notice something I hurt, so I knock into something or get or cut myself. Yeah, I don't heal as fast as I used to. And that's like, okay, whoa. There are times where, yeah, I remember one time I fell on my back one time and I was like, ah, and I was like, okay. And and I was just in bed mostly all the time. So, yeah, sometimes it don't work. But yeah, you got to think about that. Do you think Insomniac Somniac make new should make should make new Ninja Turtles games? No, because they're not going to. Because Konami still owns Turtles and they're not doing it. They're not going to go anywhere. Cyborg, do you think Lex Luthor would be jealous of the people like Reed Richards, Tony Stark, Hank Pym, and Moon Girl? Oh yeah, he would. You think? You think that's? I mean, yeah. Lex Luthor is just—he's full of himself. The fact that Reed would look at, or no, Tony. Let's use Tony because he's like the futurist and all that stuff. Tony will look at if Lex and Tony had a fight in their suits. Who do you think is winning? I'll give Lex credit. His suit is strong enough. The only reason why he's able to last with Superman in his suit is because of one reason. He has some kind of kryptonite in it. But imagine it isn't in there. Then put it today. Well, yeah, he would be. Oh, especially Moon Girl. Lunella would, and he'd be pissed. He's an arrogant guy. He's just arrogant. So of course, yeah. And, okay, this is an interesting question. What's your opinion on age gaps in relationships? Since everyone makes such a big deal about it, depends on the gap. That's the question right there. Depends on the gap. Um, like for example, all right, let's take me for an example. I come on here and I tell you guys, oh yeah, I am with the new lady. There is the alpha has found his omega, and guess what, guys? Well, she's 20 years older than me. What would you say to that? Would you guys say, oh, that really? Wow. What would you be like, dude, you dating a 60-year-old woman? Like, what the hell? I could see that going both ways. If I said, hey, I'm dating a woman 30 years older than me. I think a lot of people be like, Chris, is something going on? Like, why are you dating women like really older than you, like that are old enough to be your grandmother or so? What if I told you, oh, I'm dating a 19-year-old? I think of, especially, I think, in knowing my family like, Chris, what you, she 19. What are you dating a 19-year-old woman, girl for? You know, there's certain things about it. The reason why it's because, especially when we look at it from the celebrities' point of view, that's where people look at it and they're like, "Oh my God, like why is she?" You know, we see, for example, like we'll see J Lo she was in her 50s or so and she was dating younger guys, and you know, same thing like Madonna. You know, she's up there and she still dates younger guys, and you know, it is questioned sometimes. So the gaps are there, depends on who it is, but it depends on the age. Like I would never date a 19-year-old girl. I would never date that. I would never. The youngest I would, terms of dating a girl, the youngest, hear me, would be 28. That's the youngest I will go currently now. When I was in my 30s, it would have been at least 24. That was young. I would not go date a girl who was in her teenage years. When I see stuff like that, I do question it sometimes. I'm like, okay, what the hell? Like you're you're like things like that. And I don't, and it's not just from a male's perspective. I also see, when I see it with women, I'm like, okay, why are you with, you know, especially with, if it's an older woman and I see her with a younger guy, I'm like, why are you with a younger guy? And please don't tell me it's just about because it's for sex. You know, don't tell me it's just because of that. I know that because I've seen that. I had a coworker who was in her late 50s. She was 57, and one time she came in on her day off, and I saw her, and I was like, "Hey, Anna, how you doing?" And I saw the guy, and almost legitimately said, "Is that your son?" And before I even stopped, because when she was coming, I was waving at her, and then I saw the way they kissed, and I was like, "Nope, not her son." So, and once he left, I went to all the other people who were, and I said, "Who's that guy Anna was with? Is that her boyfriend?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "He sure looked young." I was like, "How old is he?" And yeah, dude was in his 20s. He was 21. I was like, 21. Whoa, that's it's like a 30-year difference. What the hell? Like but at the same time, I'm also like, well, he makes Anna happy. Okay. But never will I be okay with, for example, you are say 25 and you dating a 16-year-old or something like that. Fuck away from me with that. You are you're a yeah, you're a 50-year-old woman dating the 18-year-old. I'm gonna kind of question that, and I'm gonna be like, why? And that's where I'm really like, yeah, it's you're basically. I'll tell the dude straight up, dude, you're a boy toy. That's what you are. You're a boy toy. You're her boy toy. You're nothing more. You're not her lover. You're her boy toy. She wants to, and you're. She want an older man. She wants a younger guy who can keep it up. There you go. I'm just saying. I'm not even joking, but I've seen this stuff. I've seen it. I hear more stuff. It's funny. I hear more stuff at work more than now. The job I'm at, my day job, I hear that stuff countless times, and I'm just there laughing at times, put my head down, kind of laughing. But then I also start thinking about it myself, like, would I date someone younger than me, depending on, if the person is, let's say, 10 years, no problem. 15, no problem. 20, that's pushing it. No. Someone 20, like, I'm 40, I'm dating a 20-year-old. Nah, I can't. I just wouldn't feel right about that. Not just for me, but just for her, because people are going to be like, why are you dating a 40-year-old? Like, man, like, you know, just saying. It happens, bro. I'm just saying. It does happen. I'm just saying. How about, I'm just saying, that's true. What the hell? Okay. Live. All right. So I'm just saying. Uh what the hell is going on Facebook that got people going crazy? All right, next up, let's see what we got. All right, what time is it? 11:30. Let's see. Moving on. If you were to do a new Hulk game, would you use elements of Immortal Hulk? Probably, maybe. Do you want Johnny Depp to play a superhero in Marvel or DC? I give him a shot. I could see him playing Brother Blood, or somewhere like that. Do you think Lex Luthor would help the Thunderbolt? Would help Thunderbolt Ross capture the Hulk? Yeah, because he would want him for himself. Brandon the Groovy Nerd. How about a 65-year-old? Oh, what are we talking? 65-year-old what? Woman? Hey, look, I got a huge crush on Angela Bassett, so yeah, I'll be down. So I'm not even joking with that. Like, I'm yo, like that's another thing that comes up a lot at my job is like, you know, the whole concept of attraction. Like, and I'm like, Angela Bassett is in her late 60s, and I look at her, and I've always had like a crush on her. So I'm like, and more now, you're starting to see quote unquote grandmothers aren't grandmothers anymore. Like grandmothers, like my grandmother growing up, my generation's grandma, like my generation grandma, they were, seasoned, older. They look like grandmothers, oh, is that baby crying? Can't kiss you. Come on, stuff like that. Now you seeing these grandmothers, you're like, wait, that's your grandmother right there? And we're like, they're getting younger and younger. So no. So who knows? It is what it is. But the person that I do, the person that interests me now is a year younger than me. So yeah. Who should play Omega Red in MCU? Off the top of my head, I don't like doing fan casting, so we're not gonna do that. I want to see Omega Red? Oh yeah, hell yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. Static versus Storm. Who would win? Static is losing, and that's not. I don't want to. I don't even want to do hero versus hero fights. Static is not that. He's not on Storm's level. Storm. People need to realize who Storm is, and she's not just. She just doesn't do electricity. She is basically a weather wizard, a weather goddess, and even that She can do more than just the weather. People focus so much on the fact that she controls the weather. You look at what she can do completely. She's an omega level mutant. There's a reason why she's an omega level mutant. Big difference. Virgil is strong, and his max velocity in terms of voltage that he can throw, I forget what it is. It's up there. It's high, but ain't on that. It ain't on Stormbow. No way. Let me see. Okay, that getting a little out of my comfort zone, Brio. So chill with that. That's a little bit out of the comfort zone. Yeah, we there is a moment where there is a point where okay, that's not the place for this. So yeah, that's not the place for that. Let's see. What do you think of the Runaways? My favorite Runaway is Nico. So yeah. So yeah. Let's see. Next. Sorry. Uh, text. Let's see. Rogue versus Black Adam. Do you see Rogue absorbing? Rogue can absorb anybody if she wanted to. So it's not like she couldn't get a little taste of the power of Shazam in a sense. So no, she would. She could. Will Gorg the God Butcher be a good villain for? Yeah, he could. Let's see. Once again, the that stuff. Turn it off right now. Uh, that stuff comes to you. You don't. That's. I'm not no matchmaker or anything like that. So that's. What do you think is the worst Omega Red? Who do you think is worse, Omega Red or Mister Sinister? Both, but if you know Omega Red's history, Omega Red was bad. Was a bad man way before he even became Omega Red. Sinister. Well, remember he was known as Nathaniel Essex, so yeah, they both are. But I would put Sinister more over. Brandon the Groovy Nerd. Yeah, I got some people with some cool names part of the pack. I like that. Favorite fruit you love to eat? Oh, we got food questions. I am a foodie, so yes, I love answering questions about foods. Yes. Favorite fruits. You said fruits, right? Yeah, fruits I love to eat. Okay. If my go-to fruit is watermelons. I love watermelon. Watermelon can fill your butt up real quick to the point where your body is basically saying, "Yeah, I'm full." I love that. I love that I could do that. The sweeter, the better. I love watermelons. I could sit there and eat watermelons all the time. Whenever I go to a grocery store, I will pick up. If I see the watermelons in the fruit aisle and I see if it's good or not, I'll be taking home. I don't mind if it's in the chunks or sliced up already. I don't care. I love watermelons. Another go-to fruit is pineapples. I love pineapples. Um, yeah, I love pineapples, and once again, uh, whether same thing if they're in chunks or not. I know people probably asking, okay, pineapples, do you get them the real deal or does it got to be in the cans? I like the canned stuff, but the real deal is good too. I'm a big apple eater. Malcolm eats more apples than me most of the time, but yeah, I do and it has to be a certain type of apple too. I can't just eat the big red apples. My go-to apples are like the Gala apples or the the crisp, golden crisp apples. They like big ones. Like I do love green apples. I do it, but I love apples. Uh, those are my go-to. I dig oranges too. Um, so, but yeah, my go-to are definitely watermelons, uh, pineapples, apples. Oh, banana. Uh, I I eat a banana every day, as much as I can. I eat a banana every day. So yeah, even though I shouldn't, because you can get that potassium. Don't need my potassium too. But and bananas make you fart. Trust me, they do. Does Victor Crawley from Hatchet freak you out sometimes? Nope. Victor never scared me either. He never creeped me out. He just the all Hatchet and all those movies that came out later. I don't like them more because they're just gore fest. The gore porn. I don't like gore porn in horror. I don't like that. Um, there's a time and place for it, but horror movies from the 2000s, that's where they got it wrong. That's why I love Scream so much. It's like Scream. Do you ever get sad knowing that we'll never see the original six of original six Avengers in a film anymore? Oh, basically the founding of the MCU Avengers together. No, doesn't. I don't get sad about it. You know. Yeah, watermelon is great. Yeah, yeah. But let's see what we got next. Another food question. Now we're talking. Let's get these food. Yeah, I'm good. What are your thoughts on what are what are your thoughts on pineapple on pizza? I am one of those people that are crazy, or quote unquote a psychopath, as they like to say, because I do like pineapple on pizza. I've eaten it many times and I like it. Um, and I will eat it not by itself, but with another topping, because that's how I had it the first time I had it. And ever since then, it has to be for me pineapples and sausage. I will go. I remember the first time I had it. I was down south at my cousin's in North Carolina, and his roommate ordered Papa John's at the time. And that was at the time where I didn't never even had Papa John's. And Papa John's, they had it and he ordered, and I was like, okay, what's that? And he was saying what's on there. He was like, that's chicken and, and chicken and mushrooms or something like that. I was like, oh yeah. And I said, what's that? And he said, that's pineapples on it. I'm like, pineapples? He's like, yeah, and sausage. And I took a slice and okay. Ate some more. I ate like 3 slices. So I was like, yeah, I'm good. I like it. And after that, I've had it ever since. So I do like pineapple on pizza. I'm one of those quote unquote psychos, as the people say. If you like pineapple on pizza, you're a psycho. I'm like, well, I'm a psycho. If Cassandra was in the Marvel Universe, which characters do you think you could see taking her in? Uh Stick. She would definitely be Stick. I can see Stick trying to mold her. Definitely, yeah, Stick. Um, who wins in a drinking contest? Peter Griffin or Roger Smith? Guess Peter Griffin. I guess, huh? Hey, because I hope I'm not too late. Well, you kind of are. You got 15 minutes, so you're good. Peter. Have you ever tried hot dog pizza and hot dog pizza? No. And do I love Pizza Hut? Pizza Hut is my favorite pizza franchise. I've been going to Pizza Hut since I was a kid. So I know Pizza Hut. When you go to back in the day, when I used to go to Pizza Hut, the tables had little games on it. You could play games right on there, like it was a little game, So yeah, I've seen Pizza Hut when it was way starting, and now where it is now. So I still love Pizza Hut to this day. Whenever I'm able to get it, I will. Um, but it is my favorite pizza franchise. Like in terms of like outside of classic mom and pop joints, we're talking about franchise. Yeah, I am a big pizza fan. Uh, Domino's is next, probably next on the list. I don't mind Papa John's and I don't mind Little Caesars, but they don't outclass Pizza Hut. What's your top five PlayStation IPs? That's tough because I have a couple of them, so that's tough. Metal Gear is definitely up there. I'll throw that up there. Um, Resident Evil, I guess you could throw up there because Resident Evil first came out, it was a PlayStation game. Um, that's tough. That's really tough. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, there's a couple. You're spelling my brother's name wrong. Malcolm. It's got two L's in it. It's Malcolm. Just think Malcolm X. There you go. That's how you spell his name. Should start a podcast. Should start a podcast. Yeah, I feel like you guys would have great topics to talk about. Me and Malcolm, we did a wrestling pod. Well, it was kind of like a wrestling podcast. We used to do a wrestling. It was called the Wrestling Corner, and basically it was we would it was like a viewing of whatever professional wrestling was on, like Raw or something like that. It was like a watch along with us. So it's called the Wrestling Corner. So yeah, we did that at one point. It was fun. I feel like all meat and jalapeno peppers on mine. Um, I'm not the biggest jalapeno fan. Spice pepper, dude. I don't. Have you watched The Founder, starring Michael Keaton? You talking about when he played the founder of McDonald's? Yeah, I seen that. Do you want Henry Cavill in the MCU? If DC doesn't want him, yeah, I wouldn't mind coming there. There's a couple of characters I could see him playing. Do you see Mystique trying to trick Batman? Yeah, I could see that. Yes, I could see that. Hold on, I got a text. Guys, hold on. I got a text. Let's see. What the? Okay. What do you think? Who do you think had the best girlfriend between Thor, Cap, or Iron Man? I would say Peggy. Peggy got the most out of all of them. Uh, Brandon, the groovy nerd, favorite fish. We is this to eat or is we talking fish? Like a fish. Like, come back to me with that question. Come back to me with that one, Brandon. Are we talking fish? Like, like to eat or the fish to just look at. Uh, so yeah. Um, let's see. Mr. Monopoly versus Scrooge McDuck in a money making contest. That's funny. Ever had lobster? Of course I did. I love lobster. I love lobster. Uh, I've had the whole rock, the whole tail, that big tail in the back. That's like my favorite part of the lobster. That big tail. That ain't nothing but meat up in there. I love that. So yeah, I had lobster. Love lobster. To eat. Oh, to eat. My favorite fish to eat is probably salmon. I love salmon. It's probably the most healthiest. Outside of salmon, is whitings because I do like to fry fish a lot. And catfish, I've had catfish, like catfish. Um, red snapper. There's a fish store not too far from me that make red snapper sandwiches, and I love that. Gotta throw in, like I said. Well, Caroline just asked lobster. That's a fish. It's a shellfish, but it is. I do like crab, but I like lobster more. I love shrimps. Yeah, I love shrimps. I will murder somebody for some shrimp. No, I'm just messing. But I do love shrimps. I do love shrimp. And crab sticks and stuff like. I like seafood. I do love seafood. I do love seafood. Thank you for the food questions, guys. I don't get as much food questions, and wrapping it up is better because I do love the food question. Uh, Brandon the Groovy, favorite cereal. Oh my God! All right, yes. Cereal. I do. I will eat the hell out of some cereal too. I could go. Cereal for me. When I was a kid, yeah, I used to eat all of the kind of the sweeter stuff. Like I kind of don't eat that as much. I'll still eat some Captain Crunch from time to time. Uh, but now that Captain Crunch has gotten so many varieties, it's so I usually stick with the ones that I grew up with. So your original, your peanut butter, and I actually like the peanut butter one because it's different. There's hints of honey in there, which I like. I love honey, and all berries. But what I eat now is I eat a lot of Cheerios because I like Honey Nut Cheerios and I like all the other Honey Nut Cheerios. Like I got some Cheerios now, over in the corner now, over there. I love Frosted Mini Wheats and Mini Wheats, and I like those. Um, I There's a cereal called Crave that I really enjoy. Um, and I have eaten a cereal called uh, um, what's the other cereal? Kashi. I've eaten Kashi too. All the thing is though, Brandon, every cereal I eat, the milk has to be ice cold. Like I cannot eat cereal that's lukewarm. I can't eat cereal with lukewarm milk or cold. Like my nose, like I have to, if it's not cold enough, I'll put it in the freezer myself. And the problem is, there are times where I forget that that's why I buy my own milk now, because sometimes I forget I don't live in the house by myself. So I put, and then mom like, oh, because you put the milk in the freezer. And I'm like, sorry. So I do buy my own milk. So that's my milk. So I can use that. But it has to be ice cold. Even if it's just like little chunks of frozen milk in there. I like that. Colder milk, don't like, I can't do that. I can't. It has to be ice cold for me. But yeah, I can eat cereal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't care. I love it. It's just like, yeah, I'm good. I'll just give me 2 bowls of cereal. I'll be good. Because sometimes I don't want to cook, or sometimes I don't want to order takeout. So I got milk and I got a cereal. I'm like, well, I'm good. All right, there we go. We're good. Okay, get ready to wrap this up, guys. Let's see. Who do you think was the ultimately the one who helped Peter come to terms with the death of Gwen Stacy? Who you think? MJ. That's easy. How strong is Apocalypse and Hyperion? Hyperion is basically Superman. There you go. Apocalypse is strong. Remember, he is a mutant, but he has the celestial armor on as well, so that ups his strength. There you go. Is it tr- try that for a while? Peter Parker wasn't right in the head after Gwen died. Is it what? What? Wait, what? Invictus. Is that Invictus? Who do you think would play Blue Marvel in a live action? Denzel Washington. There you go. That's dead. I'm dead serious about that one. No, God of War versus. No, because they've actually. He is kind of a god. Apocalypse is not a god though. Nice Avengers shirt. Yeah, it's a classic. It's from forget what issue this is. I forgot what issue this is. I think this is. Can't remember. I think it's 54 or something. But yeah, you could see it on the cover. But it's like a cover. Um, Ambush Bug versus Impossible Man. I'm going Impossible Man. He's exactly live up to it. BLT, you a fan? Um, More food questions. Thank y'all. I do not mind bacon, lettuce, and cheese. Bacon, lettuce, and tomato. However, I am allergic to tomatoes actually, so I can't eat fresh tomatoes. Yes, people get that confused because some people was like, look, 'cause I was eating dinner now, and I was eating spaghetti and meatballs. So people were once I just said that, it was like, wait, is that sauce tomatoes? Yes, I can eat ketchup and all that stuff. I can't eat fresh tomatoes because of the seeds. Once that seed get in my throat will clog up, and I learned that the hard way. That's why anytime I get sandwiches made like hoagies and or big sub sandwiches or just burgers. I always tell them hold the tomatoes because I'm allergic. I can't. I found that out the hard way that I'm allergic to tomatoes, fresh tomatoes. But I BLTs I can't eat because of the tomatoes. So I basically, if I did, it would be a BL, bacon lettuce. But uh, yeah, basically, yeah. I'm just viewing words now. Let's see. I mean to put true. Okay, I'll start. Okay. Are you excited for the Suicide Squad kills Justice League? I would say I'm excited for it. I am interested in, but I'm not excited. It's not as exciting as, let's say, Spider-Man 2 or something like that. I'm not that excited. I am, but I'm not. You know, somebody just asked me the Spider-Man. Yeah. Me personally, I want to see Mysterio. We'll probably see him. Greetings from Newark, during on vacation. Oh, okay, cool. Um, let's see. All right, we gonna end it. Oh, okay, we gonna end it with Groovy, with Brandon, the Groovy Nerd. With his last question. This will be the last one tonight. The question is uh another food question, which is great. I dig the food question. Favorite chicken franchise? Um, that would probably have to go to Popeyes, just because I've never had Churches, so I've never had Canes, so I can't really say. But the places of chicken places I've had, that is mainly, it's all about chicken. Uh, the KFC I've had, and they, to me, their quality has gone down. When I was in North Carolina, Bojangles was damn good. Um, Same thing. Chick-fil-A, I do like. Chick-fil-A, I do like. Especially the sweet Polynesian sauce. I mean, now you could actually buy that in the supermarket just alone. And when I saw that, I was like, "Yep, I'm getting that," because I do put that on a lot of stuff. Uh, like I said, you know, I would say Buffalo Wild Wings, but they just don't serve wings, but and chicken wings. But I do. If I was comparing, like if you'd asked me Buffalo Wild Wings or Buffalo Wild Wings or B Dubs, that's B Dubs or Wingstop, which do you like better? I would say Buffalo Wild Wings, because they have they have a better variety of flavors than Wingstop. Um, but in terms of just chicken, I mean, yeah, Popeyes just doesn't serve chicken either, but that's what they're known for. I do love Popeyes a lot. I love that. So yeah. Well, guys, that is it. Thank you so much. We're gonna end it with a food question. I like that. I like that we ended it on a food questions. I'm not hungry, but that was fun to end it on. So what is coming up? I got a lot of stuff coming up on the channel. I took a week off from uploading content. I'll be back uploading this week. So a couple of, like, some reactions, for React Tuesday. Um, some more movie reviews. Been watching a lot of movies. There's also more comic reviews. Uh, a lot of Patreon Patreon request videos that some new patrons asked me to do, which is fun. I like doing that. Even a exclusive Patreon Q&A. I run Q&As on, not just here, but I also run it on Patreon too, and it's fun to get those questions too. Uh, but yeah, this was fun as always, guys. Good night, smooches, deuces. See you guys around, and keep them coming. You want to help the channel grow? You know what you need to do. But outside of that, you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time.